Welcome back, Hobbits. So, today's video is on Sauron, the Lord of the Rings. Sauron was once a Maya spirit of Aiul the Smith. Sauron, meaning the Abhorred, became the chief lieutenant of Melkor, the Dark Lord. Sauron ruled the evil realm of Angband, and during the wars of Beleriand, Sauron served his master until Melkor was casted out into the void, which ended the first age of the sun. Sauron then reappeared in Middle-earth during the 5th century of the Second Age as Annatar, the giver of gifts. In 1500, he seduced the elven smiths of Eregion into forging the Rings of Power. Sauron then made himself the Lord of the Rings by forging the One Ring. In the War of Sauron and the Elves, from 1693 to 1700, Sauron laid waste to Eregion and was only stopped from annihilating the Elves by the arrival of the Númenóreans. For the next 1500 years, Sauron built up the power of Mordor and brought the men in the east and the south under his dominion. Finally, the Númenóreans came to make war on him in 3262, but was so great with their power that Sauron surrendered to them. Unable to beat them militarily, he managed to corrupt them. In this, he was so successful that he brought about the total destruction of Númenor. In that cataclysm, Sauron's fair form was destroyed. Although he was destroyed, Sauron's spirit fled to Mordor. And in doing this, the One Ring made himself into the Dark Lord, a fearsome warrior with black armor on burnt black skin and terrible raging eyes. However, even in this form, when it was destroyed at the end of the Second Age, after the war with the last alliance of elves and men, when the One Ring was cut off his hand, yet the One Ring had not been destroyed. Sauron's spirit was able to rise again. In the year 1000 of the Third Age, he manifested himself in the form of the one great lidless eye. It was like the eye of a huge cat, but it was filled with hate, weathered with flame and ringed in darkness. For nearly 2000 years, Sauron hid himself in Mirkwood and was known only as the necromancer of Dol Guldur. While Sauron hid in Dol Guldur, he sent the Ringwraiths, orcs, and barbarian kings against the Dunedain and their allies. In 2941, Sauron re-entered Mordor and began to rebuild the Dark Tower. Unfortunately for Sauron, this was the same year that the One Ring came into the possession of the hobbit Bilbo Baggins. In the year 3018, just months before the launch of the War of the Ring, Frodo Baggins undertook the quest of the Ring, which resulted in the destruction of the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom. After the One Ring was casted into Mount Doom, Sauron was swept into the shadows. Never again did his spirit arise. Thank you very much for listening to that. All my resources were from David Day, The Guide to Tolkien, and The Dark Powers of Tolkien. Thank you.